50,000 for you to preach in public buses. Keta, according to the law in the Senate na pass. Kita no now. Jikeno onwegi. Other religion de. Why always Christianity? So does it mean that Christianity na hammer? Na hammer the hammer na enuntu. How you making we na fear as an obstacle against what they want to do. Man, with some group of people na bela block uzo today na this country. When you say ha una block public road. So enweze emergency ebu mmadụ aga emergency. Una block uzo tilu na beche bele 15 minutes soon or 10 minutes soon. A lot of fundamental na question na Christianity with the problem. Christianity with the problem. Christianity with the problem. What has Omenana organization? What has Omenana done? Kedi here yabo ine anya na Igbo today. Isi non domenana lole. Gwamuzo oya bi na anya isi non domenana or no onye na enye omenana luruza. Gwamu hospital oya bi pota isi no Arobinago or Arobinago hospital bi henwe ya. Gwamu transformer pota go no alo chacho isi non domenana lole ya. So you check Yaimanana, Oka is never the problem. The problem is the individual na fight Oka and what Oka stands for. So by the time you teach nenecha bako weapon. It is a nenecha bako weapon. I know we na ge kune kusi eke. Fulani na ndi Hausa ha chọrọ man in a moment na kinara moment in as long as ni dey tisiana. You will be conquered by them. So don't think it's about Christianity alone. And when you hear Mordecai Esther, also Esther, don't think because you know na this palace and you think that na Hapa share this law against the Jews. Now you happen that na after na you have done with us na Haman hakwage because you are still a Jew in that palace. Second one. So then the top of video 19 this pastor on our fire hago to Mbobana.
On Thursday last week, 2 lunatics that call themselves senators from Ekiti State. I don't know what is wrong with these Ekiti State people. 2 lunatics that call themselves Senator Yemi Adaramodu and the other one Senator Bamdele or something. 2 senators, and these guys are Senate leaders from Ekiti State. Propose a bill to pass to ban the preaching of the gospel in buses. And anyone that does it in public spaces, in public buses, will be fined on 50,000 or will go to jail for 6 months. Now, recently, I saw a post, a quote from President Donald Trump, and he said, if Christians don't get into politics, he said politics will be the end of Christians. And these guys are just testing water. You might argue as that, but the guys are Christian. I've told you, not everyone that commits the name of the Lord is a Christian. Not everyone that goes to church is a Christian. You ask yourself, when was the last time these 2 lunatics entered a public bus? When was the last time they entered a public bus? How you know that we are such a confused people? That these guys are such a confused people? Out of all the evil bedevil in Nigeria, out of all the ills, the problem, bedevil Nigerians, these 2 lunatics from Ekiti State thought it twice that the only thing that they need at this time is to ban preaching of the gospel in buses, because that is going to solve the problem of insecurity. It's going to solve the problem of economy. It's going to solve the problem of out-of-school children. It's going to solve the problem of poverty, because they believe that it is the men that are preaching the gospel in the buses that are causing insecurity in this nation. And so, banning preaching in the buses will facilitate the growth of the economy again. And all the out-of-school children will come back. And then it will elevate and elevate people from poverty, and then it will reduce illiteracy. Such a depraved people that lack priority. They lack priority. And they are banning preaching of the proposal bill. Let me tell you something today. If this bill is passed into law, for whatever reason, you will not see the end of 2023. If you say 2026, if you see the end of this year, say God has not called me. You are fighting a battle. You are proposing a battle you cannot fight. A battle you cannot win. And this is to let you know that they are just testing the waters. When we talk of Islamization in Nigeria, never have we had it in history democracy or in democracy in this nation that a president is Christian, is Muslim, and the vice is also Muslim. Even the nepotistic Buhari was able to do the right thing to bring a Christian as his vice. But Tinubu Christian Muslim ticket. And now these so-called senators that with misplaced priority, men without honor. What they're doing, that Senate there, the Senate House has become a circus full of clowns, led by a bigger clown in the name of a Senate president. And all they do is to make jokes. The burden of the nation is not you. When you see them there, you'll be so ashamed. Nothing serious. Children are being kidnapped. Terrorism everywhere, insecurity everywhere, poverty everywhere. No, it's not their problem. Don't make unnecessary jokes and talk about how preaching of the gospel has become a sin or a crime. And that is their focus. And if you permit it now, I tell you, one day they will tell you that using speakers and microphones in churches is a noise pollution, or they'll find something against it to ban it. This confused man. What happens to the people that to the Muslims that block road on Fridays, and they'll block entire road because they want to pray? Did you see that? Have you seen Christians blocking road because they want to worship God before? But you know you can't get past people to say don't block road on Friday anymore. You know they will come against you. It is only Christian you can always throw all this nonsense, bringing all these ridiculous ideas, because you know anything Christianity passes. Because we have a people that are supposed to be saddled with the responsibility of managing Christian affairs in Nigeria, and they are not doing anything about it. So you know whatever you try, Christians will pass. Better those that know they should advise them. How are we such a people with misplaced priority in nation? Look at all that the ills that have bedeviled Nigeria, and all these men are thinking of is banning preaching of the gospel. This does not say, this does not excuse the fact that some men of God or some people are taking advantage. Sometimes when you enter public bodies, the moment you see them stand up, you know that often they want to connect. But is that supposed to be a priority? You know that at the end of the day, after saying they'll connect offering, no problem. Some of them use it as a means of business. We know that. But what about the genuine ones that are really preaching? Do you know how many people get ministered to in the buses? When I go for bus evangelism, do you know how many people get ministered to? Do you think everybody does it because of money? Do you know the kind of people? Sometimes people get word of knowledge from that. I give word of knowledge. People get blessed. You want to deprive of being blessed. Our gospel, our faith is a speaking faith. We always declare it anyway. Go into the word and preach gospel. Even the voices will preach. If you think in any way this will stand, I guarantee you are joking. And I see some men of God are already creating excuses. A man of God wrote online yesterday, even Jesus paid a bigger price. 50,000 naira is not a high price to pay. We'll pay the 50,000 naira. We'll still preach gospel. No, nonsense. You're already making excuse for them. It will not stand. This is why they know they can throw anything at you. Look at you already making excuses. They push you to the wall, and when you get to the wall, you're supposed to stand and react. No, you already find a way to penetrate to the wall. How did we get to this place? That's why they ridicule Christianity anyhow. They ridicule Christian. They pass unnecessary bill. Where are the people in this nation where they were putting Sharia court, Islamic banking, everything in the constitution, and not one thing about Christianity? And we have people there that are supposed to manage it. When they were passing the bill, do you know they are Christians? Christians were seated there. Not one person opposed it. Before that other man seconded the motion. Not one person opposed it. And a Christian, you know, you can never try to say we are banning putting a mat or blocking of roads during Friday prayer. You know you can't do that. They'll eat you raw. It is only Christians when they get to you bringing nonsensical bill, passing nonsensical law. You know you can only do it to Christians because they have seen us as lamb to be slaughtered the way they like at any time. No, this will not pass. If you try it, you will not see the end of 2026. I guarantee you. Whosoever know that, send the message to them, and I'm waiting for DSS to come and arrest me. Because we have become a total joke. Out of all the things that are happening in this nation, this is only your priority. This has become your priority. This is the only thing you can put. In Ekiti State, there are people that are in the deaths of kidnappers today. People have sent me messages several times. How terrorists, how bandits, how Fulani men are terrorizing them in Ekiti State. You can't look for means to curb that. And you're a senator. Voted. This is why I kept talking about. I said what we have in Nigeria is not democracy. It is kakistocracy. Where the worst of us, the dull of us, the worst of us are really the best of us. The most foolish ones are governing the most intelligent one. Otherwise, at this time in this nation, is that supposed to be a priority? With the way the economy has tanked, with the way the insecurity everywhere, killings and kidnapping everywhere, is that supposed to be a priority? An oil producing nation that is not refining it anywhere. No single refinery is working. Is that supposed to be a priority? Senator Adan Amadou, Senator Bamidele, is that supposed to be a priority? Banning preaching in the buses, say it causes distraction. No sense. When was the last time you entered a public bus that you know? When was the last time you entered a public bus that you know? This will not stand. We have taken a lot of nonsense too long in Christendom in this nation, and it is not your fault. It is because a generation was before us that gave you the platform to be able to do all those nonsense. No, it will stop. This nonsense will stop.